Hey there, fifth graders. So last week we learned that fractions are basically a fancy way to divide stuff, and we're going to keep pushing that thinking a little further. So check out our first problem. A baker poured 4 kilograms of oats equally into 3 bags. What's the weight of each bag of oats? Well, we know this is division because it's 4 kilograms divided into 3 bags. So our division expression is 4 divided by 3. So there's two different ways that we could think about this problem. So let's see, we've got 4 we're going to pretend this is our 4 bags of oats divided by 3. So let's see, we'll do 3 different colors. We'll have blue, black. So you can see with each color, how many blues? 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are thirds, because we can see these are divided into thirds. So 4 thirds. So when we cut them all into thirds and shared, how many thirds did we have? Well, if you count up all these thirds, there's 12 of them. And so now we're thinking of 12 thirds divided by 3, which is 4 thirds. Now if we write that as a mixed number, we take 3 of those thirds and turn them into a 1, and then we have 1/3 left over. Well, let's check out a different way of modeling. In this model, okay, let's see, I've got 1 bag of oats there, and another bag of oats here. Okay, so now I've put in 1 kilogram of oats into each of these bags, but what do I do with this guy? What do I do with this last one? Well, I'm going to divide it up into thirds and give 1/3 of this kilogram to each. So then I have, let's look at the blue for example, I've got 1 whole plus 1/3, which is still the same as 4 thirds, which is what I got up there. So 2 different ways of thinking about it. So let's check our work over here. So how many wholes can we make? Well, we have 4 wholes. And then I give 1 to each with 3. And then what do I do with the remaining whole? Divide into thirds. Because we're dividing by 3. That's how we get thirds. So just like we learned last week, we know that 4 divided by 3 equals 4 thirds. And if we're going to use addition to check, we know that 4 thirds plus 4 thirds plus 4 thirds equals 12 thirds, which is another way of saying 4, and so we're right back at the beginning. So our word answer for this problem would be each bag holds 1 1/3 kilograms of oats, or each bag holds 4 thirds a kilogram of oats. Now, if the baker doubles the number of kilograms of oats to be poured into 3 bags, what's the weight of each bag of oats? So what's the whole that we're dividing? Well, it says the baker doubles the number. So we had 4. If we double 4, we get 8. So the whole is 8 kilograms, and the divisor is 3 for the 3 bags. So our division expression is 8 divided by 3. So compare it with the expression that we just looked at, which was 4 divided by 3. What do we notice? Well, our divisor is the same. 3 is the same. But our dividend is bigger. Twice as big. So based on this, make a prediction about the quotient of the problem. Well, since 8 is twice as big as 4, but it's being divided by the same number, I think the quotient will be twice as large. So our quotient will be 2 times bigger. And that x there means 2 times. Let's check out with some models. Alright, so there are my 8 kilograms. And I'm dividing by 3, so I'm going to chop all of these into 3 parts. And then I'm going to just color 1 part from each. So how many thirds is that? 8 thirds, because 8 divided by 3 is 8 thirds. Let's check out another way of modeling it. Alright, I'm dividing by 3, so I'll use 3 different colors. So let's see. 1 for the red, 1 for the blue, 1 for the black. Alright, I've still got plenty left over, so let's keep going. Red, blue, black. Uh-oh, I only have 2 left. So I guess I'll divide these guys into thirds. And then so I have the same amount in each color. So what do I have for 1? Well, I have, let's count blue. 1, 2. So 2 plus 1/3. So 2 1/3 plus another third, 2 2/3. Which, oh, 2 2/3. That's the same as 8 thirds. So let's check it out. So we know 8 divided by 3 equals 8 thirds. And then if I take 3 thirds out of that, then I have 1 5 thirds. Uh-oh, that's still improper. So I take another 3 thirds out, so now I have 2 2 thirds. If we add it all back up, if we do 8 thirds plus 8 thirds plus 8 thirds, then we would have 24 thirds, which is the same as 8, so we're right back at the beginning. Sweet. So our word answer, each bag has 2 2/3 kilograms of oats. Alright, 5th graders, I want you to set a timer for 5 minutes. If it's taking you more than 5 minutes to solve this problem, then I want you to raise your hand and get help. Let's go.